Dawn, and I'm thankful. I'm here because Rachel is so amazing, and her dad is so inspiring. Thank you so much. Stay there.
I'm Carl. I'm here to heal.
I'm Josh. I'm here to see how this program has impacted everyone, especially the people with longer-term recovery, because I like kind of watching them, and I strive to be in that boat down the road.
Josh, you set a precedence last week with that word. You got to say it again.
Yeah.
The movement?
Yeah.
I don't think about like trademarking it.
Yeah.
Better get it before Todd does.
That's your thing, man. You got to say that every time. That was awesome. Go ahead.
I'm Kristen, and I'm here for support.
I'm David. This place has really saved my life. Yesterday was the anniversary of my wife's death, and through this program, and the people here helped me through the day. And they also showed me that you can have a really good time sober. Thanks to Todd and a few others, that we went to Detroit Motor City Casino to a concert last night. So the day started out rough, but ended on a high note.
That's right.
And it'll do it here.
That's right. That's right. Frank?
Hi, my name's Frank. I come here for the support and all the other support I get from all my brothers and sisters in here. Racing and recovery has helped me very much to keep my sobriety.
I'm Jacob. I'm here for the support and to keep learning.
Greg Singer. I come here because I love it here, I have family here, and I've learned that sobriety is a choice, and I'm part of the movement.
I'm Rachel. I'm here to support Craig and to learn and heal.
My name's Dan. It's where I found my serenity again, my peace, my joy, my hope, everything.
Is that not the poster child of racing for recovery? Look at that dude. That's awesome.
Hi, I'm Deanna. I'm a recovering addict for many years. Racing for Recovery has brought me back to a freedom of addiction. I could say many, many things for Racing for Recovery. I've completed the program for the first time, the longest time I've been clean because of this program. It's brought me back to my spirituality, the one and only. I believe in God, and He's kept me sober today by the grace of God. And thank you, Todd, for having this program available. Doors being open. Thank you.
I'm Charles. I come here on Thursdays to encourage when possible, but also to stay encouraged.
On the back wall. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you, Eric. My bad. My bad.
I'm Eric, and over the course of the past 7 weeks since I've been back and involved on a daily basis and trying a few new things that I hadn't done over the course of the years, it's become clearly obvious to me that Racing for Recovery is hands down a better alternative to about anything out there, for sure.
My name is Melissa. I'm here to keep myself accountable and for support. My name is Tiffany. I'm here for support, and this is my first day here.
My name is Casey. I'm here for community support, experience, strength, and hope, renewal, and balancing of mind, body, and spirit, internal and external directive.
I'm Dave. I'm here to support my son, Steve.
I'm Steve. I come here to stand the right hand.
I'm Marlon. I'm here to learn.
Nate, I keep coming back because of the people. You can see the progress that I make, and tomorrow will be 50 days sober.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I keep coming back because I'm learning a lot about myself, the support and positivity, and for once I'm learning to stand up for myself.
Awesome. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Pat. I survived my 82nd birthday. Anyway, I come here for the positivity and for all the love you get from this group. Today's a special day in my life. It's my son's birthday. His name is Scott, and he lives in Holly Springs, North Carolina. And I want to wish him a very, very happy birthday and tell him how much I love him and how very proud I am of him.
Awesome. Is he watching?
I hope so.
I'm Esther. I'm here to support my son, Michael.
I'm Amanda, and I come here because this is what works for me.
I'm Michael, and I come for the 3 hours, 2.5 hours of the awesome experience, a good feeling. And for those of you that don't know or don't attend, you're only getting half of it at this meeting. The spirituality meeting at 5:30 is where it kicks off. It's awesome. And I come out of there feeling awesome, and I come right into here, and the awesomeness continues.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm here to support Michael.
I'm Dean. I'm here to rock my bib. I just come out of retirement, like missed, I guess. But anyhow, I'm here to remain grateful, humble, and empathetic for the ones that are still out there suffering. My heart goes out to them big time. Yeah, I'm just here for this awesome. I don't even know, I'm lost for words. I'm here.
I'm Brandon. I'm here to find the tools necessary to build confidence and esteem, self-esteem, to help keep me on my path for their lifestyle sobriety.
I'm Lily, and I'm here to support my son.
I'm Craig, and I'm here because of everybody in here. It's so great to keep learning and meeting new people, and all the relationships that you can make in here and the bonds you can form as to increase your support base is huge in recovery. And this is the place to find it. This is the movement to find it.
Rachel.
I'm Rachel, and I'm just grateful for Racing for Recovery, and I'm inspired every day by each and every one of you that walk through these doors.
Hi, Mike. I'm here today because I believe in myself, once again, and I value my life.
That's beautiful.
I'm Rick. I'm here to support this program and the wonderful people in it in memory of my son Jacob.
I'm Julie. I'm here to support my son Joe and to continue to learn, and I hope Kelly can teach me how to whistle.
My name is Bill, and I'm here to support my son Joe, and I'm just totally grateful for this program because it gave me my son back.
My name is Bruce. I'm here I'm on a support site. I'm here to support everybody in this great group and also to learn as much as I can.
I'm Siobhan. I'm here for support.
My name is Jalen, and I'm here to listen and learn, try to get all my tools together for this journey I'm on, that is sobriety, and I too would love to be part of the movement.
You are, man.
I'm Dan. I've been sober for 12 days. I want to keep on going.
My name's Carolyn. I'm Aaron's mama, and I like what Emily said over there about how different her life is. My life is very different also. I can remember coming here and being just a shell of myself, living in fear and pain while our son was in his addiction, but now I just have joy and peace. Our family survived it, we're intact, and I'm very grateful.
I'm Jake. I haven't been here for a couple of weeks, and it's nice coming back to a place to where there are open arms and I can just hug people. This place has changed my life. Like almost 2 years ago, I walked through them doors not wanting to live, and this place changed that. And well, it works if you work it.
don't follow that one. I'm Candace, and I have been presented really great opportunities in the last 2 weeks, and I probably wouldn't have got those opportunities if I didn't come through these doors as well. So I'm eternally grateful.
I'm Jeff. I'm here for all the help and support I can possibly get.
My name is John, and I'm here for inspiration, self-control, my well-being, and hopefully my happiness.
I'm Byron. I'm here to support my daughter Brittany.
I'm Sharon. I'm here to support Brittany, and I'm so glad she's here. And thank you so much.
I'm Brittany, and earlier today after Soul Core, I found myself sore as hell sitting in my car. But mind you, I was by myself. I caught myself smiling for no reason. I was like, wow, like I'm happy. This is weird, but like I wouldn't be feeling this feeling if I wasn't here.
I'm Andrew. I'm here for the positivity and support you guys bring into my life. I really like it here.
I'm Jordan, and I'm here to give back and watch miracles happen.
I'm Todd Crandall, and I'm just honored to be a part of the 113 people that are in-house today, and however many thousand are watching out there. I'm just listening to people, what they say when they come here. I'm just overwhelmed with what this program is doing for people. It's amazing. Who has Dee's poem?
The answer. Running away from misery, trying to escape the pain, as I approach the light of hope that lies before me. Each step overwhelms me. Every breath sears my throat. I ache. My body rebels against me. My memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug use. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand. They don't care who I am. I'm a human being, full of thoughts and feelings. I am worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust. And so it begins, racing for recovery.
Okay, I'm going to hold off on a topic first, and we'll just start. Karina, you wanted to say something. Go ahead.
I'm going to stand up because I want everybody to see my face. My story turned out very different than Carolyn's. It's been a rough week. And I want to say before you take that next drink, pop that next pill, or stick a needle in your arm, look at our faces. Because 48 hours and 24 minutes ago, my daughter lost her 7-year battle with heroin addiction. And tomorrow, we have to go pick out a casket and plan her funeral. So think about that. This is the faces of your family if you choose to use again. Please, if I could save one person with this message, please let it be you, or any of you. Because this is your family. If you choose to stick a needle in the arm. Thank you.
Okay, let's do this. Does somebody? Let's do. I had written this down before Karina was going to talk. On the opposite side of this, which God, every time this hits us in here that real close like this, I find myself saying the same thing. This never has to happen again. Like, it doesn't have to happen again. So listen to what Karina said there. We can talk about the impact this is having on everybody in here, and on the other side of this, I had just written down, and embrace the love of self family and community because it gives you the opportunity to live sobriety to the fullest. And that is the exact opposite of what Karina and her family are going through. That's the other, and you get it's a choice. You can do this, or you can do the goodness that comes. I constantly keep saying this. It's one or the other. One or the other. And that's the ultimate side on the bad side. Emily, go ahead.
So, Karina and Tara gave me a necklace as a gift, and I still wear it occasionally when I decide to wear jewelry, because I don't really wear jewelry, but it means a lot to me because of the butterfly. And the butterfly, like if you have spirit animals, like that would be my spirit animal. But something that I've come to learn because of the fact that what I've learned is that it comes down to the pure and simple fact that this problem that we experience is because we don't love ourselves the way that we deserve to love ourselves. Sometimes we love other people the way we should be loving ourselves. Man, I heard about Tara and it sucks. I mean, it just sucks. But I keep going back to that necklace, and like everybody that when I was on social media, I got all kinds of stuff every time I'd see a butterfly, or every time somebody would see like a butterfly post. I mean, Kelly, I think probably sent me like 15 butterfly posts. And that's a powerful thing for me because the beauty of the butterfly is that inside that chrysalis is where that change happens. And we all are like trying to be this beautiful butterfly, this purpose of, bringing beauty. But the fact of the matter is the caterpillar was beautiful too. Its purpose was over. So whatever reason that we're sitting here thinking that we don't have a purpose, or maybe we would be better off not here because of the destruction we're causing the people that we care about, the fact of the matter is that life doesn't serve a purpose anymore. But the only way to figure out what that purpose is to get sober and stay sober and keep putting those days together. And I adore that necklace and I love it because it just goes to show that change is possible. It takes work. And a lot of times what those thoughts are, and this is the crazy fact of like the butterfly cocoon thing that happens inside. A fun fact is that caterpillar, how ironic is this? It has to eat its own head first in that chrysalis. So think about that. Those ugly, nasty thoughts that go on between our ears, which is sometimes worse than anything that anybody has ever said to you or has ever said intentionally or unintentionally. That prison can be the worst, but we have to eat that stuff and get rid of it. The only way that we're going to be able to stop that is to talk about it, to be around people that are doing the things that you're doing, or being around people that are doing the things that you want to do. If you're struggling with thoughts of going back out, don't hang out with people that are doing those things. If you see somebody in this room that is achieving something that you want to achieve, go hang out and be with that person, ask them what they're doing, and try those things, and then before you know it, you're going to be doing all the things that you wanted to. And I just go back to it's that core thing of self-love. And I remember, Todd, you told me at a speaking engagement that you did for some kids his age that, or maybe it was some youths, that if you loved yourself, you wouldn't hurt yourself. A kid told you that. It's that simple. We like to complicate the heck out of this stuff. We got to stop using, and the answers will continue to come.
Stephen, go ahead.
This is tough, and it's really hard to see this, but there is a brighter side to all of this. There's the brighter side of everyone who's flourishing, who's growing, who's beating this. The people that are talking about their feelings, the ones that are talking about what's wrong, they're not holding it inside of themselves and letting it eat themselves up. I did exactly what Emily was talking about. I saw what other people are doing, and I wanted to be that. I saw what they were doing. I was like, teach me what you can do. I sat in these rooms, back at the church, even here, and I just sat back and talked occasionally, and I just soaked in as much of it as I could. After a while, I started getting the things back that I thought I had lost forever. I thought, when I was sitting in jail, I thought I was never going to talk to my brother again, or my sister again, or my parents again. I just thought everything was over. And now I've got everyone back. I've got more friends back, this beautiful job. Everything and anything's possible with sobriety. You just have to give it a chance. The hardest thing is change. I understand that. But once you close the door of your old past and all the old bullshit you used to do, it opens up the door for a beautiful, beautiful future. And it just goes back to what Todd Crandall did. He made one decision to stop using drugs and alcohol. And look where we all are today. That's one person. There's 100 and how many people in here right now?
13.
Thank you. And possibilities are endless. Just give yourself a chance.
Andy.
When I first got here, I hated myself and I hated my life, and through this journey, you know, I started to like myself, and I had been constantly supported by my brothers here, and through the times that were up, and more importantly and more strongly when I had them down times. And man, this thing works, you know. My family relationship at home is coming together. I feel the love there. Every time I come in these doors, I feel the love. And most importantly, I'm building a relationship with myself that I love myself today. And that's just because of the most important thing is that one choice that I have every day, to not pick up drugs or alcohol, you know. And that's the thing that was the biggest thing I learned from day one, was that I never had to use drugs and alcohol again. Thanks.
I feel I wouldn't be doing the right thing if I also didn't say that another one of our guys died last week, or this week too, Brian Hudson. I know his family's not in here, and I don't, if somebody's sitting in here and saying, why didn't you say anything about Brian? It's like, I am saying something about Brian, and it's like, this is terrible. I'm having a hard time even looking at you guys right now, and I think this goes to us that are using. I don't mean to sound callous, but it's like we're causing that. And what's kind of the other side of that is, I know all of us that did use and maybe are currently battling, I know deep inside you're not a callous, mean person, but because of your hurt and your choices, and I'll put myself in there, our choices, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. And I know we don't really intend to be doing that, because we can't even find value in ourselves to think that we're worthy, that someone else would even care, but they do. And if you don't like what you're seeing, stop doing what you're doing. So you don't have to cause that, and it gives you an opportunity to heal so your family can get their groove on and be happy. Go ahead, Mike.
My heart goes out to the family here. I don't think I've ever met you guys, ever. But those that know me, I'm very spiritual. And
I don't want to preach or turn this into a sermon, but I thank your daughter for what she did for the addicts and hurting people out there, because I know God had a plan, and it may be said it may be to save other addicts out there, maybe for myself and others in here or online to learn something from your daughter, your sister. And her choice was terrible, and I know it hurts, and I know it doesn't sound right to give thanks, but I'll be the first one to thank her and you guys for what you're going through. For those out there that you may have saved. And you may have saved a mother, a sister, an aunt, a grandmother someday. I mean, there's just the endless possibilities of what that has done good. I mean, thousands of people die in wars, and it seems wrong, it's awful for families to suffer, but think about all those that were blessed by those deaths. And I look at your daughter, your sister as a hero for what she's done. And that's kind of a wrong, I feel wrong saying that, but I think being an addict, there's a lot of people out there that understand what I'm saying right now. I've sat at the IOP table with people that are dead, that are not here right now. I learned something from them. Even if they were only there a day, I learned something from them. I learned that that's not what I want to do. So people are learning from these tragic events that happen. And I just want to say thank you. My heart goes out to you. My prayers are with you.
Natalie?
I just wanted to second everything that you had said. Being a family member of someone that's an addict is the hardest thing to go through, to watch someone that you care about suffer so much. I watched my brother die in front of my eyes. He was locked in his truck, and we had to wait for someone to come to break the window to get him out. It was like that moment of, you don't know. Are they going to save him or are they not going to save him? Fortunately for us, they were able to save him. So I don't know. I just hope that people do learn from. I think it's great that your family came today to tell your story. But you guys learn from this, because it's very hard to watch you suffer.
Penny, you're up.
To Tara's family, my heart out to all of you. I pray that God gives you the strength to get through this. Being the sibling and the mother of there were always addicts in my family, and any parent in here or sibling that has witnessed a loved one using, it's almost like electrical shocks. I think I've said this before. Like it's such an uncontrolled feeling that a mother, or as a young girl, seeing my siblings using, other family members using, it sets your mind and body into a whole different place. It's almost like a post-traumatic stress that what the addicts are feeling, we don't feel. But then we start to feel what they're feeling. We feel worthless. We feel we feel like we want to end it. It's just too hard to go on. You can't watch it any longer. But then you come to a place like this, which I've named a haven for hope. And you walk into this door, and maybe not the first time, like the first time, second time, third time, you keep coming back here, you are guaranteed to feel some type of relief. You will feel hope. You will feel that it is possible for people to beat what is going on in their lives. So when they start to feel better, then the family starts to feel better. I mean, I kept coming here when my son wasn't coming here because I was told, just keep coming back. I came back, and it has done, this place has done measures for me on a personal level. Anybody that is struggling with a sibling, a child, a spouse, anything, and that is listening, get here, because this is the place that will make you feel better. You will learn, you will listen, you will speak, and it goes right back to that man sitting right in front of me. He traded it all for one thing, his sobriety, which then was a ripple effect to everybody sitting in this room that has come into his path, that listens and learns. Todd Crandall, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that one thing that you changed in yourself that has now affected everybody here. You are amazing, and thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I know.
Charles.
Charles. I think I'm like bubbling really bad. You know, as a people, we become, we did half measures. We often allow ourselves to look the other way when it's just too damn late. You know, and that's a crying shame. You know, we always see something before it comes, but then we just become people where we just look the other way and say, it's not affecting me, it's not me, I don't feel this, it can't happen to my family or to me, but then look where it ends up. You know, I've been around this thing, not putting it out, I've been around this thing about 30 plus years now. And I've seen a whole lot of pain, I've seen a lot of joy. And one thing is real, you can't get away from it. Death is a part of life. But programs like this and people in these rooms allow us to live a quality of life. So when we go from this life to whatever's coming next, it's not a bunch of crying. It's enjoy, because we allow someone to enjoy this time we have right now and live richly. So whenever I hear someone that, you know, died behind the horrors of addiction, it makes my stomach boil, because in these times right now, not like times before, we all have resources to reach out to. We have people to reach out to. There's just no reason to today. If you are afraid of the drug dealer where they get the drugs from, man or woman up. They'll ask you to put the pants on one leg at a time like you or I. Your law enforcement, don't worry about being a snitch. If I see someone selling my brother drugs, if I don't bust his head, I'm going to let the man with the badge bust his head. We have got to stop right now saying it's okay, look the other way, and because it's just not working. You know, you had more people die of addiction than the whole Vietnam War, World War II, all these wars together. And it's not really going to stop until we decide not to deal in half measures. You know, half measures is going back around the people we know that are actually doing these things. Half measures are knowing that someone near to us, they are choosing to make these bad decisions because nobody's calling them out on it. I believe this God has put it before us to go ahead and say, hey, look, we got to draw a line in the sand. No more, no more. It's 113 people in here. That's 113 verses multiplied or whatever. If you're part of an organization, a church or whatever, stand up and just tell them what's going on. Because we're in here. The mess is out there. We're in here getting some strength, some education, some tools to deal with the mess out there. But we want to do it, then we got to look ourselves in the mirror and say, hey, we're just as guilty as the person selling the drugs. We're just as guilty as the person using the drugs, because we know now it's not okay, not the way it should be. We've got to put the brakes on right here and take it outside of here. I say this from time to time. If you see somebody in here, hell, step up, get a phone number, get to know something about somebody. Make yourself accessible to somebody that's struggling. Do not leave here tonight. If you got something going on with it, family, job, all those things are part of life, and something's gnawing away at you and you think a joint or a drink's going to be the remedy to it, don't leave without saying something to somebody. God put Todd in here. He let him go what he had to go through with his mother and whoever else, but now he's got all of us in here to carry this torch a little bit further. I'm going to a funeral this week down in Kentucky. Down there, I know they're going to be acting a complete fool. They're going to be wanting to drink, smoke weed, whatever, because they don't know any better on how to grieve. Here, those people teach you how to grieve, teach you how to step forward. I'm sitting on down now, but I'm sitting here, my stomach's boiling because these things do not have to happen in our times. Years ago, if you were addicted, you were an alcoholic, they seen you on the other side of the country and act like your butt did not exist. They just wipe you off. If you got okay, cool. If you didn't, okay. Today, it's a whole new ball game. The so-called movement is speak up, speak out, step out. Thanks.
I just want to tell you thank you for coming in here. It took a lot of strength and just something about your pain that got to me. My mom, my daughter, and I know that was hard.
It's hard to speak after him. Every time you go back out, your family's the first ones to know. They know you're the best. They know how you look. And I'm thankful to have a family that calls me out of my bullshit and doesn't let me slide by, like you said, and turn their heads the other way. You know, it's when I was pretty bad into my addiction, it's sad when every time my mom would call my sister, she would have to worry about it being me dead. And that's a pretty shitty feeling to hear her say that. And, as many times as it knocks me down, I get back up and keep trying, and that's the way it's always going to be. Hopefully this time's the last time to stay that way and not have to make my family feel like that.
I really want to take a chance to thank you for having the courage to share that story. I'm sure that was really hard, and I know you're in a lot of pain, and I'm sorry for your loss. And that's one true side of it. I'm sitting right there, and I feel that pain. I mean, I'm just not to that level or anything, but, and then right at that same table is hope, right there, for a family with sober parents, and that is somebody that's trying to work to be the best man I can be in my son's life. That gives me hope. And thank you again for the courage to share that.
So that completely humbled me. I've been through what you guys have been through. Yeah, that hit really close to home, and definitely pray for you guys. I've had two different experiences today that have brought me back down to size. You know, I've been saying for the past couple weeks, you know, trying to get myself back into the routine I know that keeps me sober, and I was kind of slipping off, and I feel like today the two situations, you know, this and then something else, it reminded me of what's waiting for me if I don't get my act together. Even the little things that I'm not doing. And, you know, I keep thinking of this statement, you know, I never have to use again. There's nothing out there that will ever cause me to have to pick up, and I can literally say that I'm never going to use again. And it's like the most empowering statement that I have in my vocabulary. I just, It's just about getting in your heart and your soul, start listening and giving up all of the behaviors and the junk. And I tell myself, you know, it's possible for me. I don't have to be scared of the change. You know, I can let it happen. And I really do look at those guidelines every day. I do. Yeah. Absolutely. And I get to listen to Todd Monday through Thursday, well, Tuesday through Thursday, you know, and, you know, he's interactive with us, and that's amazing, and I really get what's happening. But in that poem, for me, the most important thing is when it talks about coming in here and getting the understanding smiles and the looks of trust.
Yep.
Like, I literally had that written down because that's a big thing for me.
Yeah.
You know, this room, like, I come in here and there's no judgment, and I can start becoming, I want to have like unconditional compassion for people, and, you know, I have my heart back and I'm getting it.
Wow. Wow. Great.
I just want to say I'm sorry for your loss. My very first meeting here, and this goes back to what you were saying, I was dealing with the loss of a brother to an overdose, and in my very first meeting here, it was obviously the hardest thing I was ever had to do, which was to even speak my name. And I heard somebody say, he's not here today, but I heard somebody say, sometimes people have to die for other people to live, and you can't let that be in vain. I'm still here because of them words. And just know that a lot of you helped a lot of people tonight with your words. Just know that. Especially me.
Want to go again?
I do. I didn't want this meeting to be about Tara, but I want to explain a little bit. Don't ever get complacent in your sobriety, because when Tara, she fought many, many battles in that war. And when Tara came here and worked a program, she contributed. And she did really well. I came with her. I came by myself. I started coming by myself and brought her here. And I think we both got complacent. And that's when she lost her battle. And I'm very busy. I'm a very busy person. And I got complacent. And Todd said some words to me, and I have words for all the parents here. He said some words to me probably 4 or 5 years ago when I first started coming here. And he said, if you keep enabling her, you're going to find her dead in your home. And that's exactly what happened Tuesday. I found her dead in my home. And ironically, she had picked up Narcan, and it was in the bathroom, and she was in the basement, and I had to go get it, and it didn't work. I was home sleeping when this all happened. Sleeping. And by the time I found her, she'd been gone too long. But work the program. Don't get complacent. Don't get comfortable in your sobriety that you think that it can't happen. Just don't, please. I mean, I'm begging you. Begging you. Because I don't want to go to the funeral home tomorrow morning. I didn't want to sit in the hospital for 2 hours Tuesday night and wait for the coroner to come get her. But just, parents, don't get complacent. I mean, she could be nagging her all the time. I don't care, I nagged her, you know. But she got so complacent she thought she could, well, I'll kick heroin by getting some Suboxone. And I mean, they found Suboxone downstairs with her. They found a needle of heroin with her. They found pills down there, all under my nose, because I got complacent.
I want to say this, and then we'll stop. I'm glad you said that. We watched in morning educational group today. We watched our promotional clip from we almost had a television show of ours back, I think it was 2008 or 7, whatever, 11 or 12 years ago. And I sat and watched that, I hadn't seen it in a while. And when I was listening to the things I said in that interview, I'm like, I say the same thing today. The exact words. I was watching some of my hand movements, and I'm like, I do the same thing. The exact same thing. When I was doing a hierarchy, there's no hierarchy here. I'm like, I just did that yesterday. And it reminds me of what you're saying. I looked, there was swim footage of people swimming in the pool, and I'm like, we were just there yesterday. Every single thing that I personally, and what this program does, and a lot of the success stories in it, there's one commonality in it, and it's consistency. Consistency. And I'm glad you brought that up, Karina, because there's a part of me, when you called me Tuesday, there was a side of me, it was like, it's a message to the family members, you gotta keep coming. You can't stop. This is not something that you arrive at and you're done. You don't ever get there. I'm not there. I don't want to think I'm there, because I'll lose it. It's a never-ending journey of amazing self-betterment that never ends. And the minute you think you got this, you're in trouble. You can't, God, whoever came up with the freaking 18 IOP sessions and you're cured, it's not a stamp and me signing something and going, here, have a nice life. You'll be back. Or in a box. Part of the reason that I don't even like saying I created, but I did. I created the life I wanted to live, and somehow was able to turn it into not only a movement, like Josh was saying, a career where I actually could support my family, because I didn't want to get out of what I knew worked. My dream for this is to have every single person that comes in here that does it this way to end up working here. I have a tendency to think big, but that's in my mind. I'm like, I want every person to come in here, get a life, and keep their life here. Because every time I watch somebody come in and go, this is awesome, I love it, I'm going to go back to the same thing I was doing before I came in here, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't think I know anybody who's come back to me after 18 IOPs and said, yeah, man, I'm still sober. I hear, oh, dude, I effed up. I remember you saying something. I should have listened. And I'm not trying to act like a preacher. That's not my job. I don't do that. I ask a lot of questions. How is it going to work if you stop doing what helped get you to where you are that you feel good? How's that going to work? And nobody ever has an answer for me. Except, I'm going to keep coming to Thursdays. That's not enough. And a family member, I think you you need to be here not only for yourself, but for your loved ones, because this should be it's a movement, man. And you got to be a part of the movement to be in the move, or otherwise you're not moving. Follow me on that? You know, I mean, it won't work. Consistency is it. It is one of the most important words that we utilize in here. Consistency. Consistent. Over. I can tell you basically every minute of every day what I'm going to be doing every day. September 20th, if it's a Tuesday at 9 o'clock, I know I'm going to be in that room. And that's 6 months from now. Because I know what's working. And Karina, that was beautifully said. You cannot stop. I'm telling you, people that are in here that thinking, I'm going to do a little bit of more work and finish some IOPs, and I'm going to turn in my court slip, and the judge is going to give me yet another pass on it, you're going to be back in front of him if you even get lucky enough to catch another case with your net.
She did good in this program. She contributed.
When she's here. When you're here, you got to stay.
And she stopped.
Beautifully said. Who has our closing poem?
Got it.
Grandma, go ahead.
I have one last thing that I've learned in the last 3 years and 6 months. Grief is leftover love. I've looked at that for that time, and it really means a lot. Grief is leftover love.
Who's got our closing poem? Patrick, go ahead.
Autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson. I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I fall in. I'm lost, I'm hopeless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I pretend I don't see it. I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I see it is there, I still fall in, it's a habit. My eyes are open, I know where I am, it is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I walk around it. I walk down another street.
Thanks for coming, everybody.